The key person right here with me on my side is the Deputy Governor of Rivers State. Rivers State, just a little background, is a microcosm of Niger Delta.
The greatest achievement will be that we have been able to bring back security of life and property. People now have confidence in the ability of government to protect them. Of course, there's an irony in Nigeria. The irony is that the chief executive officer of the state, which is the governor of the state, is said to be the chief security officer. Now, as chief security officer, you are not in charge of the police. You are not in charge of the army. You are not in charge of the navy. You are not in charge of the air force. So, what do you use to secure? A king is somebody who carries a long sword, and the sword is two-edged. So, you must have the courage as a leader to stand up and say this is wrong and put that person down. He must be punished. That's what makes leadership, and that's what makes society. Otherwise, we have no business being in a society. Somebody must tell somebody what you are doing is wrong, and you will be punished for it. We've been able to bring back law and order. Whatever we needed to do, we did. If we need to lie down for the Commissioner of Police, because he doesn't take directives from us. If you ask him to move through to so place, he will tell you, thank you very much. Let me call Abuja. He calls his master in Abuja, and maybe the man is busy somewhere drinking with his friends. They simply tell him, sorry, he's not in the office. Something is going wrong somewhere, and the governor can't command him to go because he must get authority from Abuja before he can move. As difficult as that situation was, we managed to cajole them when we needed to cajole them, blackmail them when we needed to blackmail them. I know now if I use the word bribe them, you will all say why bribe them. But that's the simple truth. We had a job to do. Look, that's the simple truth. We had a job to do, and we need to do it. We need to restore law and order to that city. So if it means bribing to get law and order to that city, so be it. But bottom line is we were able to manage and manipulate them to the point where we are today. Today in Port Harcourt, you cannot just stand up and shoot gun anywhere in Port Harcourt and go scot-free. For every one bullet you shoot into the air, we are ready to reply you with 10 bullets. It's not a laughing matter. The next thing that struck us was the need for electricity. So we had to use solar panel to power the entire schools. So we have presently almost 350 of them completed. We hope that by the end of this year we'll be able to complete the remaining 150, and next year we plan to put another 250. We are building mega secondary schools, one in each of the local government, that will contain a minimum of 1,000 students. We have also commenced our new University of Science and Technology. A country of about 150 million can only produce less than 3,000 megawatts of electricity. As we speak now, Rivers State has been able to put together 350 megawatts of electricity, which we need in our capital city. And we are doing additional 180, which we hope will be completed by June next year. Part of the problem again we have is because of the kind of federation we run in Nigeria. You are not able to generate electricity and use. Whatever electricity you generate, you must put it into the national grid. That's what the law says. We have commenced very strongly to discuss with the authorities involved, and we are asking them to allow us to generate our electricity and use it within our region. Yeah. We are building the first monorail in Africa in Rivers State. We have started by paying $11 billion to the contractor. Another progress we have made is the establishment of a new town, a new area, which we call the Greater Port Harcourt. It is to accommodate at least 2 million persons. As beautiful as all these things may be, if we don't have good governance, the people still won't have enough faith in the government. We established a quarterly accountability forum. Now, every quarter in Rivers State, we gather all the stakeholders and we bring our account books to them and say, look, in the last 3 months, this is how much that came to us from the federal government, which is the source of every person's fund in Nigeria anyway. This is how much that came to us, and this is how we have spent it. If we say we built a school in your hometown, and certainly you didn't see any school there, it's for you to stand up right there and say there is no school in that place. We also decided that today we have oil. In 10 years' time, in 50 years' time, no person is sure what is going to happen. So what we did was to establish a new law that is called the Rivers State Reserve Funds Law. That law says that every month, as we get our money, we must save at least 1 billion naira. Of course, from time to time, we have what we call excess crude funds. Now, when such funds come, the normal temptation is to rush in and spend it, but that's not our way. We stay strictly with our plan for the year. Now, we have sent what we call the Fiscal Responsibility Bill to the House of Assembly. Every person who have access to funds, when you spend it, you take full responsibility for it. If we don't get value for the amount of money you have spent, you'll find yourself in jail, of course. Long-term sustainable security. Now, what we have done for a long time, bribing or helping, whichever way. Okay, if it's in America, you call it tips, right? All right. Now, whichever way you go, certainly, like you said, is not for long term, it's for the immediate. Sustainable and long term is what we are doing in education. Because most of these people we're talking about missed out at one point or the other on critical education, which ordinarily should give them a means of livelihood. Now, because they missed it out, that simply means they are not even employable. That means even if you bring the job now, they are still not qualified to do the job. The most important thing I think we are doing in health is the construction of a biolarvicide manufacturing plant. The major killer in Africa is not AIDS, it's mosquito, because they bring malaria. Unfortunately, I'm surprised that our European neighbors refuse to give us these biolarvicides. For the long we knew them, until we approached the Cubans and asked them if they knew anything about it, and they said yes. They are coming to spray the entire state with biolarvicide. That simply means any larva produced by a mosquito just dies. After spraying, for the next 2 years, we are hoping that there will be no mosquitoes in Rivers State. Now, the issue of biolarvicides, we asked the professor who introduced it to us. We went to Cuba and said, look, this thing you want to give to us, what are the environmental effects? What effect will it have on the environment? What is going to be the impact? You know what he did? He said, well, we should wait and see what the effect is. He took a glass, went to the biolarvicide, took a cup and drank it, and then dropped the cup back and said, he's with us for the whole day, so whatever effect it has on him, that's the effect it will have on the environment. But however, in spite of that, we got a quantity of it, sent it to our laboratories, got some other foreign companies to also help us check the constituents, so that at the end of the day, we don't end up with a situation where we are trying to solve one problem, create more than we started it. But certainly that's the situation. We don't think it has, but I'm sure that by the time the results come in, we'll be 100% sure. The fact that he drank a cup of it. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to First View Luxury Hotel. At First View Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit First View Luxury Hotel. We are located at #1 Adeola off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 080-7578-7135 or 080-9990-0601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.firstviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. First View Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.